Talk about the pricing of my women's only gym, which is £120 a month, right? If I priced it at £50 a month, the people that pay pure gym prices would complain. If I priced it at £70 a month, the people that pay anytime fitness prices would complain.
Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How have you all been? Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video, we're talking about the girls sports gym. If you don't know what the girls sport gym, calm down, I'm going to explain. You guys remember a couple of months ago we talked about the lady in the UK that founded a girls only gym. And initially, she said it's going to be for women. And later on, she said trans women were not invited. I did a video on that and we talked about it. So now she's out on social media. Now people are dragging her for the price of the gym. So the gym is open now and the price of the gym costs £120. Okay. And a lot of people are coming to talk about it and saying that the gym is too pricey. Why did she make the gym that pricey? Especially the fact that the idea behind the gym was for the place to be a safe space for women. And also some people are saying that the gym is so small for her to be charging that amount. Let me know how much is the most you've paid for a gym. So with the old criticism she was getting online, she decided to come online and let us know why her gym is £120 and also ended up calling people broke. Anyway, let's go check out our thoughts about a gym, why a gym is £120, people's response to it, and then I'll come back and share more of my thoughts.
Talk about the pricing of my women's only gym, which is £120 a month, right? And I want to preface this video by saying I'm not here to explain my pricing. Like, I know the value of the girl spot and it's going to stay at that price per month. But what I do want to say is, let's be very, very frank. Regardless of what I price my gym at, people would complain. If I priced it at £50 a month, the people that pay pure gym prices would complain. If I priced it at £70 a month, the people that pay anytime fitness prices would complain. So let's call it what it is. But what I do want to say is that people who are on the internet often speak about things that they are not educated about. I, as the CEO, I'm very aware of my ingoings, my outgoings, how much I need to profit, what I need to keep the doors open. This is a business. I know you guys see the Girl Sport Gym as NathalieB. It's not. It is a standalone business. I am an independent, boutique, single gym. I'm not David Lloyd a franchise. I'm not Pure Gym a franchise. Like, I'm none of that. I am an independent gym as of right now, and I have every single intention in franchising. What I do want to do is, let's call this out as it is. People cannot stand to see a young, black, successful woman. I just turned 26. I have a 7-month-old baby. I'm contributing to society. I'm changing the gym and fitness industry. I'm changing women's lives, and you guys hate to see it because the way that people keep trying to continually undermine me and the girl sport, it needs to be studied. It genuinely does. Like, the amount of black women as well, which really pains me, the amount of black women and black men that I see tweeting so negatively, really trying to knock me and my business, it's like, you need to ask yourself, why does Natalie and the girl spot bother me so much? Ask yourself. And the thing is that you guys will never ever be able to succeed in trying to knock me. The girl spot is going to be so successful that it will probably end up on your doorstep, babe. I'm going to franchise it globally and it will end up on your doorstep. That's how this is going to go. And you either continue to talk about it negatively online, or you can join the girl spot gym and better your health and better your body and your well-being. You can pick one. But like I said, I know the value of the girl spot gym. I think we need to change the dialogue from, oh, that's expensive, to, oh, maybe that's not in my budget, because let's also call it what it is.
NathalieB Fitness has just announced that her girls only gym will be costing £120 a month. It's all about the exclusive community. There's 30,000 people on a waiting list to give you that exclusive feel. There's only 2 treadmills! But I get it. I should run to the gym for my warm-up. You get access to osteopaths, hormonal acupuncture, IVF help. But that's not included in the price, that's extra, yeah. There's pink and orange bathrooms that only have 4 toilets and 4 showers. All together. We don't have a pool or a sauna, but we have pink squat racks. We also have no other branches in the UK, so the £120 a month you pay is just for the South West London gym. Can't go, not my problem, not my problem. Not every woman goes to the gym to grow her glutes. What about the people that want to lose weight? One cable machine. One cable machine. She also said in a video that it's not too expensive, it's just not in your budget, and that's okay. I do wish her all the best, and I know this gym's going to be sold out in about 0.5 seconds because of the waiting list, but I will stick to David Lloyd, thank you.
And can the price of the girl spot be classed as expensive? Yes, yes, yes. Is it for everyone? No, no, no. If you really use your 2 eyes and look upon that gym wall, you can tell it's a small gym, which means it's not for everybody. It's not for the masses. It's a gym for women that are particularly concerned about going to a women's only gym. So is it for everybody? No, no, no. I think the real problem here is familiarity. They say familiarity breeds contempt. Because you guys know the owner, well, you know the owner. Our socials, we do too much sometimes. But because she creates TikToks and you can see her face and you've watched the process, you now feel entitled to tell her, yo, your price is too much. Have you ever seen the owner of David Lloyd? No, no, no. That's why you don't come and start saying David Lloyd is too expensive, because you don't want to sound broke. For some reason, I'm seeing people that were never going to go to this gym in the first place, hashtag men, people that don't even live close enough to go to the gym, talking about the price. Wait till you consign the price of a gym that you were never going to go to. Now people just be doing too much. Clearly not the target audience, and that's okay. The price is the price, and it's the price for a reason.
So you've likely seen the outrage surrounding NathalieB Fitness's controversial The Girl Spot gym prices, pricing at about £120 per month. Now, some have come out to say that this is beyond reasonable, saying that this totals to about £4 a day, assuming that you go every day. And of course, due to the specialized classes and workshops that will be specialized to things like PCOS and menstrual cycle training, this makes the price way beyond reasonable. And of course, let's be fair, one woman created all of this more or less by herself, so I could fully understand why the prices might be a little bit more expensive than your average gym. However, you cannot ignore the other side of this coin and still act or claim that you are a good actor in this. As some people have fairly pointed out, this feels like a pink tax, Natalie, as of course, anything that has to relate to women has to cost an arm and a leg more. And of course, let's be honest, the main marketing of any all-girls gym, but specifically yours, Natalie, is that safety is the top priority. So when you're making the prices extortionate for a large demographic of women, especially during a recession and a cost of living crisis, ding-a-ling-a-ling, a lot of people are not going to be able to access that same safety that you marketed. It specifically removes a large demographic of women who might have genuinely wanted to go, but just now can't afford it. And so as a result, we'll go to other alternatives. And listen, at the end of the day, business is business. She can charge what she wants. I'm not going to stop her, because I can already smell the comments saying, oh, why are you trying to tear down another black woman? First of all, why in 2025 are we trying to make black people a monolith? If I was white and she was white, you would not be saying the same thing. And second of all, we live in the United Kingdom, darling. We're allowed to critique people, so I'll continue to do that, especially considering, I'm not gonna lie, there are a few practices within this gym or a part of this gym that I just do not agree with, whether that being the initial backtracking and exclusionary practices, or the way that Muslim women were literally tokenized during this entire situation. I am not going to sit here and lie to my audience like maybe you would prefer me to. I do not agree with it. Regardless, people are going to pay what they want, especially if they think it's a bargain, especially if they are a gym bro in this situation, regardless of any video that I make or any other person. So go, don't go. It's not going to change the price of lemons, but it's still important for me to highlight all facets of the situation, including the demographic of women that are going to be affected.
Let's talk the Girl Spot, NathalieB Fitness, and the pricing discussion. I've just come from the Grand Prix, and I will say I feel like I'm a classic target customer, because I love a good private gym, and I have paid up to £200 for gym membership. I'm a David Lloyd girly right now, and I've also paid for private gym membership. First, I want to say it's not easy being a female business owner and founder, and one thing that Natalie has been able to do is she has been able to create conversation. Everybody's talking about her, everybody's talking about the gym. So shout out to her as a young female entrepreneur. It's not easy. Now, what do I think about the £120 pricing? I think for the facilities, it is high. And I say this as someone who has cancelled memberships, because I'm like, I don't want to pay that. I'm telling you, when I realised I wasn't going to David Lloyd enough, I cancelled that gym membership. But then I also reset it because I really wanted to use the facilities. And I actually went to a cheaper gym, which was £90 a month. It was local, it was a private gym, but I just found that I couldn't use it as much as I wanted to, and it didn't have the things that I needed. And so I ended up rebuying the David Lloyd membership. So people are going to pay for a gym that has the facilities that they need and they want. But David Lloyd has a sauna, a spa, a steam room, a jacuzzi, outdoor steam room, ice bath, padel, court, tennis court, badminton court, brunch spot, working area, breakout areas, kids zone, soft play, where they can look after your children, and a ton of classes. There's a lot of on offer for a premium price, and when I'm paying a high price, I need a lot of activities. So do I think the price is high? Yes, I do, especially for what I've seen that is available in this space. However, she can charge what she wants to charge, and there are going to be people who want what she has on offer, and that might be not just the facilities as in the gym, but it might just be to be part of something, and also to be part of a community with a similar way of thinking. And if they want to pay £120 to all think and be the same, then they have their right to do it, and she's able to charge what she wants to charge. And what's super interesting about business and the market, it will confirm the model over time. What will end up happening is that more female gyms will open up if there's truly a need for female gyms, and they may be able to offer more competitive pricing.
NathalieB Fitness needs to stop talking, because as a business owner whose name and whose face is attached to the business and whose face people associate with the business, whatever sentiments people feel towards you will affect your business. And I think she doesn't understand that, because she handles conflicts and controversies like an influencer and not like a business owner. Because there's no reason you should set up your camera and almost condescendingly and slightly arrogantly tell people that you don't need to justify your prices, but at the same time you're justifying your prices, and kind of telling people that if they can't afford your gym, they should think of why they can't afford it and not call it expensive. And while that may be a valid opinion to hold and maybe your reasoning, choosing arrogance as a business owner is never the smart thing to do, because you're very much dependent on people coming to your gym. Let the people who like and support your business do the talking. There should be no reason for you as a business owner to be speaking to us directly. Stop speaking to us peasants. The first mistake I think she made was starting off her business, selling a certain idea. It came off as a social business, something that was supposed to make a social and a societal impact. Women's safety, inclusive for all women. She even brought in trans women herself and said they were welcome. And starting off something as a business that's supposed to make a social impact will get you a lot of support from women, because women are usually very political in their purchase, particularly women of color. But once you cannot keep up that promise, your best thing to do is just to keep your mouth shut. Because now you've been involved in two controversies. The first one being that you made a promise you couldn't keep. You claimed you would want trans women to be a part of your gym. Later on, you retracted your statement saying that trans women could be a danger to women. We have moved on from that scandal. Now you're coming out to justify your prices, even though people were under the impression it was supposed to be a gym that will make a social impact and create a safe space for all women, which led them to believe that it will be in a price range that most of your followers will be able to afford. Granted, a lot of people can afford a gym for £120. Let's not get it twisted. But the fact is, it's still quite a pricey gym. And I think the best approach would have been to ignore it, because you can even price the gym at £500 a month. You don't need to explain shit to anyone. But for you to start something expecting or wanting to make a social impact, and then coming to explain yourself without showing any empathy for the people that supported you and cannot be a part of the journey because it is disproportionately expensive, if we're comparing it to other gyms and comparing it to the services you offer, you should have at least shown empathy if you choose to even speak. And I would have just not spoken. And again, with a very arrogant undertone. And I'm not saying that because I particularly think the gym is expensive. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, guys, but I have two streams of income. I have a full-time job, a 9 to 5, and I have 2 TikTok accounts. My other account is slightly or significantly bigger, if I may say so, and that is a second stream of income. I have no financial obligations because I don't take care of financial stuff. And still, I would have to give it a thought before spending £120 on the gym. So a lot of you people out here saying that. I even saw a girl saying, if you cannot afford, you need to work on your hustling mindset, because if I want to go to a gym that costs £120, I would just have to work harder. For you to actively have to work for your money, so you don't have a passive stream of income, so you have to go out and work for every penny you make, and you are actively working hard to spend £120 on a gym, that shows that you have terrible money management. If you can just afford it because you have multiple streams of income and that's just a fraction of your income, that is different. But for a lot of you to say that you have to actively work for your money and you just work harder to pay that, you have terrible money management skills. And then others are saying, oh, I pay £120 for my wig and my install monthly or twice a month. You too have terrible money management skills, which is why you would just spend £120, which you clearly cannot afford because you're actively working hard for that. And you have to work more
to be able to afford that. So while I believe she can price her gym as she chooses and she should actually not have to justify herself, I do think that you people who come out calling people broke, and she as well, who said it's not expensive, you just can't afford, you people are being quite delusional when we look at statistics and what you people can afford. Because as I said, I'm very privileged to have 2 streams of income in this current economy and not have any financial obligations. And a lot of you people that are saying stuff like this and talking about how you spend £120 on a wig and on a hair install, a lot of you have no insurances, no life insurance, no insurance for your old age. I don't know how they call it in English because I know it all in German. There are so many insurances you don't have. You don't even own properties. You don't invest money even into stocks every month. But you're out here calling people broke for not wanting to spend £120 on a gym. That's very insane. And I'm not even trying to get into whether the gym is worth it. People said she only has 2 thread meals. It doesn't matter. She could even have 1 thread meal in the whole of the gym and say it's £120. That is her business. But the issue is, once you are dependent on customers and consumers, you choose the high road. You choose to be wise with your words. You choose to be empathetic if you have to speak. Or you'd rather just not speak like Beyonce. But building a whole brand based on consideration, based on empathy, and then lacking that same empathy when you choose to respond to people that criticize your prices because you have chosen to create a social impact with your brand. If Jackie Aina made a gym, people would be expecting it to be even £500 and to have cocktails, to have a sauna, to have people, because her brand is luxury. She has never come out here to claim that she is the savior of women or black women. Of course, she does social commentary here and there, but her brand is luxury. But if your brand is making a social impact for women, you should not be surprised if you get criticism, and that is not hatred because you're a black woman. So please, Natalie, stop talking because
Please let me know what you think about this conversation. Do you think that £150 is so much for a gym? And what is the highest price you've paid for a gym? Let me know down in the comment section and share your thought. But please, as always, be respectful. Here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we'll do it in a very respectful way. So go ahead, feel free, share your thought. Okay, so here is my own take on this, is the fact that first is Natalie's business, so she can do whatever she wants to do. But I kind of understand people's sentiment talking about how the price is very high at this stage, at this economic that we're all living in, where everybody is struggling to even barely eat. And I guess fitness is something that everybody has to do, coming from a girl that goes to a gym too. But £120, that's a lot of money. And the fact that people are complaining about it is valid. It's valid, especially when a lot of people that, like the last creator said, this brand was supposed to be to protect women, to stop the harassment that goes out in the gym. So it has more like a social impact for women. But now to now look at it now, like, it's almost like it's luxury now, because paying that amount, that's luxury. I get why people will want to push back, because a lot of people have been involved in this gym for a long time, including when the idea came up, a lot of people were rooting for it. I was one of those people like, yeah, women's only gym, yeah, until she took out, she said, no, transgender women are not invited. People criticize her for that. And then now is the price. But also, I just feel like when it comes to gym, also know what you're paying for, because if you're paying premium and you're not getting a premium service, like we've seen the tour of the gym, or at least I've seen a couple of videos that are giving the tour of the gym. That gym is a small gym. It is a small gym, and a lot of people will expect that if they are paying that amount of money, like Patricia Bright said, they are getting so much out of it. They're getting sauna, they're getting massage, they're getting something extra out of it. But just make going on with it just because it's a social impact gym, that does not mean that people were going to pay. But also, I kind of understand it from a business point of view that she wants to make her gym exclusive, because another thing, if the price is very, very affordable, everybody will be there, and maybe she cannot even cater for them. So I feel like this is a place where is either you put the price down and bring so much crowd, or you take the price up and only have limited people on it. And I feel like maybe that's what she wants to do. But her coming online to call people broke because they don't want to pay £120 for a gym membership, for me, I give it the side eye, because like the last creator said, she could have just choo, don't say what, allow the people that wants to support you to come support you without you saying any word. So I just feel like this gym is getting so much attention, but not even in a good way anymore. So for if she sees any about this video, I know that I advise her to just shoot it. People that's going to support you are going to support you. People that buys into your idea are going to buy into your idea. People that will spend their money for you, they will spend their money for you. So keep it that way and keep it moving. If it's not for you, keep it moving. Like we always say here on this channel, you're not for everybody. So the people that are for you are going to gravitate towards you. The ones that are not for you are going to walk away. And I feel like Natalie should have that mindset, because I feel like she's coming online to really defend herself over time. After every situation, she always come to defend herself because she wants to clear her name. And I feel like because she has not been in that mindset where she has not identified that she's not for everybody, and that's why she still comes online to call people broke. Babe, just shoot it. You're not for everybody. The people are for you. They get you, and that's it. And I understand on social media, you have to clear your name. You have to clear things up because your words can be taken out of context, can be misconstrued. I get it. But I just feel like this is the time for her to just put your price, keep your mouth shut, and allow the people that can afford it come afford it and do it. So let me know what you think about this conversation and how much will you pay for a gym. I actually saw a gym that they said they were charging $200. And I was like, I'd like to do a tour of that gym. If you guys want to see me go to that gym and do a tour, please let me know. But I think the highest I've paid for a gym, the gym I usually go to, how much? I'm trying to convert it in dollars because I pay in Naira. That should be like 40 $40, 40, yeah, $50, but the gym comes with a pool, tennis court, other things, a sauna, but I never use the sauna. And you get discount for massage, their spa. So yeah, I think $50. Is it 50 or 40? Like $40. Initially, it was 40,000 naira. If anybody wants to convert it, convert it. Now they've increased it to like 70,000 naira. But I think that's like $50 for a membership. But if you pay for an entire year, you get more discount. So yeah, that's the most I've paid for a gym. Anyway, guys, please go down and share your thoughts. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because you guys know how we do it. We have banging conversations. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push up my content for more people to see. And that'll be you supporting this channel and this girl here. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.